Now, there needs to be a change of culture in the way that relatives are treated in the wake of a public tragedy. That's the main conclusion of a review into the experiences of families who lost relatives in the Hillsborough disaster in 1989, when 96 Liverpool fans lost their lives. Our correspondent Judith Moritz has been looking at these findings.
Hillsborough was a disaster on many levels. 96 people died, but their families have suffered a burning injustice. Many institutions, both public and private, bear responsibility. Their treatment of the families making their suffering worse. That mustn't happen again, according to this report, which recommends measures to help disaster victims like those whose loved ones died at Hillsborough. It calls for fairer legal funding for such families, a voluntary charter for public bodies, and for the police to be held more accountable.
You can change the law as much as you want, but unless there's a cultural change, you won't make a difference. Because what the families found is that when they challenged the institution closed ranks, put their own reputation above the needs and the rights of the individual.
The Hillsborough disaster happened when fans became crushed on the terraces of the Sheffield ground. One of those who died was Jimmy Hennessy, whose daughter Charlotte was just 6. Now a parent herself, she contributed to the new report.
It's very, very difficult to talk about your life so openly and so honestly, because, you know, you're going back into things that you've dealt with or you've kind of put away. If any good could come of this process, it's got to be that we protect other people. I would never want anybody to have the life that I've had.
What happened here has raised big questions about the way the state and its agencies respond to disasters. And the success of this report will be judged in part on whether people caught up in such trauma are treated better as a result. There are concerns that those bereaved by the Grenfell Tower fire are experiencing a repeat of the suffering endured by the Hillsborough families. Some here welcomed the report.
Let people be transparent, let the laws change for the people to be transparent and accountable. Don't let us wait 5 years, and it's just wicked.
The report is full of personal stories of pain and adversity, but there's hope too for a Hillsborough law designed to make public servants open and accountable. Many say that would be a fitting legacy. Judith Moritz, BBC News, Liverpool.